Welcome to this week's edition of the Weekly Travel Alert. I'm Steve Glenn.
I'm Paul Glenn.
Paul, we're back in the saddle. You've been traveling all over the world.
It's been a busy month. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Florida, Kentucky, Nicaragua, and Scottsdale.
Oh my gosh, I was just in Italy, San Antonio, and Chicago, Wisconsin. Yeah, so we're back in the saddle. Thank you for joining us today. This is Executive Travel's Weekly Travel Alert, and we do this every Tuesday. We send out 100,000 emails with the Executive Travel Weekly Travel Alert on it. And in addition to that, you send out a publication every Friday.
Yeah, the Travel Week in Review.
That's kind of a summary of
articles, coming out of the media that have an impact on travel.
It's
kind of a traveler awareness.
We have fun doing this podcast every week, and we're getting more and more people to watch us. It's kind of been fun. We also have Ryan Swihart, who's helping produce this. Ryan, we're seeing more and more people watch us. Woo! So that's fun to see that ticking up.
Fun to give him the challenge of making us look good.
All right. Hey, we do. We have a radio show too, and we look better on the radio.
We look better on the radio.
We have faces for radio. Okay, today we're going to talk about the 6 reasons why it's foolish to book directly with the airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, if you book with the airlines, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get stuck with not always the lowest prices, not always the best service, not always the shortest flight. And then when they have a meltdown, you're stuck with them. We're going to tell you why you should use a travel management company or travel agency to book your travel when you're doing that. And here's 6 good reasons why. Number 1. Can you imagine being on hold for 12 hours when an airline has a meltdown like Southwest did back a Christmas ago?
I get frustrated when I'm on hold for over 60 seconds. So
I know it.
12 hours, I can't even imagine how
much
I'd lose my mind.
There was actually a Wall Street Journal article several months ago that talked about how somebody said, by golly, I'm going to stay on this until they answer the line. It was 12 hours. So basically, since COVID, they're understaffed. They basically lost all their veteran agents, and now you're just going to have to wait. Now, some of the airlines have, what do you call that? Wait, save my place in line.
Save your place in line, yep.
And they have that feature, which helps. You still got to wait 12 hours to get a call back.
Yeah.
So what we try to do is, in our companies, try to answer the phone within, how many seconds?
Our goal is 15 seconds.
With a real live person.
With a live person.
And you don't have to press
1,
don't
press 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to press anything. Just stay on the line. Our agents will come on. And if all the agents are busy, we have a Cracker Jack receptionist, Nancy.
Nancy or Autumn down there, yep.
Yeah. They'll answer the phone for you and say, hey, everybody's on the line. Want me to take your number down? Want to wait, whatever you'd like to do. But we basically try to overstaff to allow for fast answering of the phone. We average about 9 seconds recently.
That is our average. So our goal is 15 seconds, but our average is closer to 9 right now.
We know that we need to be the easy button. We've got to be the easy way for you to make reservations, and we start that whole process off with answering the phone with a live person. Everybody, I get a kick out of all this AI this and AI that, and they want to answer the phone, and guess what? All they're doing is stalling until they can get you to a real person. So with that, we're very proud of being the easy button for answering the phone in 9 seconds, which is very fast, less than 2 rings.
Yep.
All right. Number 2. Airlines don't share with you the lowest prices and the best flights. Let's talk about if I wanted to book from Omaha into New York City, and if I called United Airlines, they're not going to tell you that there's a direct flight to
American
or
Delta
into
a different airport.
Yep. They're going to say, well, we're going to get you into Newark, and you got to go through Chicago or Houston or that type of thing. They're not going to tell you the best schedule, and they're not going to tell you the best fare. So if their planes are full and somebody's are empties, you might save $200 going with another airline, and you might find that on Southwest, Delta, American, any other airline might have a lower price. So if you call just an airline, expect not to find the lowest price. It just makes sense because they're not going to tell you, oh, I'm with United. American has a better deal. Call them instead. So that's why you call a travel agent. Number 3, we have your profile. This is the one that bugs me. I don't want to If you have to make a reservation with an airline, you got to say, I'm Stephen Glenn, Stephen. My last name's Glenn. My birthday's this. Blah, blah, blah. My global entry is this. If you use a travel agency, travel management company, we'll have that stuff on a profile. So all you have to do is say, I'm Steve Glenn, and they'll say, hi, Steve, welcome back, and they'll confirm who you are.
Get stored in the first time and get everything put in there so you don't have to think about it.
You bet. That's number 3. That's one of my favorites. Number 4, you need someone to coach you when your flight is canceled. You know, traveling is easy when things are smooth, but when things hit the fan, that's when you need a travel advisor to say, hey, I know United said that your flight's been canceled. You can't get a flight back to Omaha until tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., whereas if you call with us, they might say, hey, Steve, United didn't tell you that American has a flight back to Omaha, and they're required to put you on that flight. Let me work to see if I can get that done for you. So the whole idea is you've got a coach. You got somebody that's going to say, hey, let me research this for you, see what we can find for you.
Somebody that's there for you.
You bet.
Exactly.
Serving you, not
Serving
the
you,
airlines.
not the airline.
That's a good point, Paul. All right, number 5, spending hours searching the best value and options. I know, if you think about it, I think a lot of people's hobbies today are being a travel agent. They like to just research things.
It's a dream thing.
Yeah.
You know, when you're thinking of a trip, you're emotionally getting engaged in that process. So I get it. However, you know, I'm to the point where I'll figure out where I want to go and then let somebody else work that stuff. Because, you know, to me, it's a time value of money. And what would I rather be doing with that 10 hours that I could spend researching all these options?
Okay, so maybe you could do that in January when it's 20 below zero. But in May, when it's 75 degrees, you might want to be outside instead of behind a computer.
Working in the yard, yep.
Hey, once again, using a travel advisor, you're going to save time and usually money as well and find the best deals. So that's one of the reasons why you should use a travel advisor. Number 6, we simplify travel. Paul, in today's complex world, you don't know all the visa requirements, the passport requirements, the vaccination requirements, the currency requirements, the language that you're going to deal with. You know, what are the rooms like? We were even talking about the toilets. You know, if you go to what is a toilet in
Asia, yeah,
in China, what is one in Italy?
Yeah,
and so all those things are a reason why you need a coach. And when you say coach, you mean a travel advisor. Executive Travel's been here for now 39 years.
39 years.
We're at executivetravel.com. You can also find us down at 1212 O Street. And we'd be happy to answer the phone at 402-435-8888. We hope you join us again next week.
Please like, subscribe, share, and add any comments or feedback below on topics that might be of interest for future episodes. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.